Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pump ain't no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first.
Mic check, mic check.
Yo, yo.
Power to the people, brother.
Power to the fucking people.
Assalamu alaikum.
The revolution is happening as we speak, my brothers and sisters.
The revolution will be televised.
Yeah, that's for real.
Another episode of Sit Down with Slim, man. As you hear, we got Big Keen in the building.
Y'all already know.
Actually, we in his building.
Yes, in my humble abode.
Another episode in Jacksonville, Florida, where Big Keen is not from.
Florida boy.
This nigga Damo here, too. Damo's acting like he a Miami nigga, though.
Yeah, he too good.
Yeah, he don't want to be on the pod, neither. I don't know what's going on with him.
Get me out this country, motherfucker. Yeah, that's.
Ooh, it's hot here. I got to go back to Miami. Like, bitch, what you think it feel like in Miami?
Ain't enough Latin people out this motherfucker.
Yeah. Damo trash as fuck, though. But, bro, what's been going on since last time you been on the pod? We ain't had you on here in like a month, 2 months.
Shit, nothing really. Just trying to stack this bread up, dog. You know, I'm on my grown man shit now. So, like, I be trying to, like, I'm trying to get better as a person day by day. I've been on some outdoor shit. Like, I'm really into, like, fishing and hunting and shit now. Like, I think that's my next chapter.
I seen that last night. I turned on the Xbox and you was watching fishing videos.
Yeah.
I said, that's some weird shit.
I'm deep into it, bro.
Yeah, you in the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm like.
The sunken place.
I see myself just going off the grid one day and just getting away from society. I already deleted.
You've been talking about that shit for 10 years.
I know.
When you gonna pull the trigger?
Oh, I'm 29 now. I got a little time. So probably by the time I'm like at least 35, I'm moving out west regardless, but I'll probably move to like a city or a town. I won't move to like the middle of fucking nowhere where like 100 people live. I'm gonna move to like a city or a town, and then slowly I'm gonna get away from that. And then slowly I want to be on a cabin lakeside. And I wake up every morning butt ass naked, and I go look out at the foggy mist floating over a lake. And then I go out there and I go fish.
This nigga telling all his hopes and dreams.
Yes.
And I just did a video talking about don't tell your hopes and dreams because people will try to shoot it down. You'll never get that car, Ricky. That's the clip of the video I used, too. You'll never get that car, Ricky. You'll get that car one day, Ricky. Boss.
I don't let
You ain't never seen that?
Yeah, when he... that's the Aston Martin music?
Yeah.
Video when he was
I
a
used
kid
that
and
shit in the YouTube video.
That bitch was hating like a motherfucker, little bitch.
But, bro, people do that in real life, though. That's why I used it as a clip in one of my videos. Because I've had numerous situations like that in my life.
For real?
Like, hell yeah. Numerous, bro. Like, I'll tell you the best situation, and you're in the story.
What?
All right, so goddamn, we all was kicking it at Damo crib one day, and it was Damo. I was talking to Damo in face, but you was there, and I don't know. We was just talking about like life and school and shit, and goddamn, the nigga Damo cracked a joke and was like, "This nigga Slim always going to class," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, bitch, I go to school for fucking business, nigga. Like, I miss one day. That shit like missing a fucking month.
Yeah.
And that nigga was like, bro, you still gotta chill, bro. You ain't gotta go to class every day. I like, nigga, fucking quantitative statistics, you gotta go every day.
That's the reason why niggas was fucking up and taking so long to graduate. That's really why it took a nigga a million years to graduate, honestly.
Yeah. But that happens though. But what happened? Then I was just talking to the niggas. I was like, you know, shit, what keep me motivated is like, 5 years from now, I want niggas to be able to call me. And if I move to fucking Nova Scotia, I can be like, shit, man, shit, y'all niggas come for the weekend, I'm gonna goddamn book y'all some flights. And them niggas was like, nigga, that you can't do that. And that shit pissed me off so bad, I was like, bruh.
Watch this.
Yeah, you're not one of them type niggas. You said that. And it's funny because this nigga Trues told me the same shit about me. He was like, nigga, he said, you got a Jordan mentality. Like, when somebody tell you can't do some shit, you go out your way to try to prove them wrong no matter what it is.
Go out your way. That's the thing.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, though.
It's not.
You say that shit like it's just a horrible thing.
Nah, but see, the thing is like, when that, you might go off on a fucking journey that you weren't even supposed to be on. Just because a nigga said some shit. And you like, nigga, I'm going to do this. It's just like, I don't know. You can get sidetracked by haters. That's all I'm saying. Because it's like, sometimes I just like, nigga, shut up. You ain't even involved. Like, you ain't even involved in my life. Let me focus on what I'm doing right now.
Hey, but you know, it kind of took me back when we had that conversation, because I remember when like I went through a phase where all my friends like hated me, like secretly hated me, and was having I hate slim meetings and shit. To put like emphasis on it, it was like Turk, Damo, and TJ. They was having their secret I hate slim moments, but every time I had to move, they popping up. Shit kind of pissed me off. So it kind of fucked me up because I was going out my way to change just to be like, yeah, fuck y'all niggas. And that shit kind of fucked me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was just doing little weird shit. Like I had stopped talking. I was like, you know what? From now on, I'm not saying nothing about nothing to nobody. I don't care how bad you got them get in your life. I'm not saying nothing to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be the nigga that everybody likes. And I think I didn't do nothing but hurt everybody else around me by doing that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like I was saying, dog, you can't. I mean, I let shit like that affect me too, though. I can't even lie, cause like I do shit like that all the time. Like now, I see myself transforming into the Mr. Nice Guy, into the asshole.
Yeah.
It's weird because I've let so many people. You know, we're all. This is what I like. I tell Katie this shit all the time. Like I tell people this all the time. Like we're reflections of what we get. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So most likely we're just an echo and a reflection of how people have treated us. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even when I was watching your podcast with Damo, right? Mm-hmm. And he was on his super playalistic shit with the silky on, and the nigga had I got the Fendi shirt and the Walmart trousers, and then I got on the Vans and the Walmart socks,
the cool socks.
Yeah. And then I'm like, look at this childish ass. But I'm like, that probably comes from some insecurity that he gained from a person, most likely a female, because that's all Damo fucking cares about.
Facts.
Most likely harming him. So now he's built himself into this, I'm this super playalistic, expialidocious ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right. And I think it comes from his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's the one that like did him the worst.
And he has super hard insecurities about it now. Now he's built. Now that shit's just become a callus. Like he been working with his hands. It's just big ass calluses on his hands. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's best to not let people dictate, your growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, we're so susceptible to influence, but I feel like sometimes you have to ignore it and take in the things that you know are positive. Because a lot of the times we're susceptible to see the negative first. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, something I definitely want to talk to you about, and I probably was going to forget it until you just said that.
What? You
getting off social media. I know we talk about this shit every episode we do, because you get off social media every fucking episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dog, I was gonna do a YouTube video about social media because I was watching this this YouTuber. I forgot his name. It's like Matt the Vera or some shit. People listen, I know they know who that is. But he's like a minimalist. But he does like the little YouTube videos on basically like how to make your life better. He does like a challenge every month and shit. Real good YouTube channel. If you ain't seen it before, check that shit out. That shit fire. But he was talking about social media, and you know the reason why I related to it so much is because he was like, you know, when you're a content creator, you feel like you need social media, and he was like, you know, you can take a healthy cleanse, a healthy detox, or whatever, but I still be feeling like you miss too much shit by not being on it. But at the same time, it's like it's a lot of bullshit in social media, bro.
See, here's the thing. That's why I had to detox from social media. I see myself, dog, here's the thing. I have one of them brains that's just haywire, like an ADD brain. It just goes all over the place, and it's not built for social media, because whatever I think I'm gonna post.
Yeah.
And it could sometimes
even deeper than that, you get sucked into what you see.
Yeah.
Like what you consume.
Exactly. And so like the thing is, as a content creator, you can detox from social media, but it's also a necessity. But you have to find those times where you're like, all right, well, for however so long, I'm gonna just use this to promote my business. No, I'm not getting on here reading comments. I'm not fighting. I'm not arguing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? No debates. Positivity. I'm going to just do this for a week. No comments or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit, it does get in your head when you fucking with little bitch-ass, lame-ass niggas and you on there goddamn petty arguing over nothing.
I showed you last night. It was a guy in a wheelchair making racist remarks. And, like, everybody was on there mad. Like, Trey was like, nigga, I'll flip this nigga out his wheelchair. And I'm like, bruh, he's in a wheelchair. Like, I don't care how racist this nigga is. Like, I'm not going back and forth with no nigga in a wheelchair online.
At the end of the day, I'm in my mind, I'm kind of like poor fella. Like, I'm just like, he's just so hurt. He's so angry and hurt that he just wants everybody else to hurt like him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it be too.
And then guess what? You want to make him hurt more. It's like, but I see that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Even though you might not think it, I think, see, there's this thing about people who feel other people's pain. They're called empaths. They can feel empathy for people. I feel like you are one because you can see a lot of people's pain. You might not necessarily speak on it or act on it, but when a person is showing you one thing, you can see where that pain lies, and you kind of feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Bro, I say it all the time. I got the biggest heart I ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, biggest. Especially something like that. Like, a nigga in a wheelchair, goddamn, saying, I'm in a wheelchair, but there's way worse things I can be, like black. I'm like, nigga, you're not offending me. You're in a wheelchair, nigga. Yeah. I'd much rather be black.
Exactly.
Even though it's hard for us out here right now.
It is.
But I still much rather be black than in a wheelchair. Can't move.
It is. It's really crazy that in this day and age, you still got shit like that circulating around. Like, who thinks like that no more? That's some
caveman shit.
It's so prehistoric. It's so tribal.
Yeah. But see, I think I was just talking to somebody about racism, and they was asking me, like, how could racism end type deal. And I was telling them, I was like, you know, as long as you have big, huge groups of people on this earth, it's going to always be a divide. It's never going to be something like, I think the most ignorant shit in the world, even more ignorant than racism, is colorism. Like, that shit is just wild to me.
Colorism amongst a group.
Yeah.
It's like we found a way to divide, and then we found a way to further divide.
Yeah. That's wild as fuck to me.
You light skinned and I'm dark skinned type. Like, what?
And then, like, even deeper, like, when you have a certain type woman that you like even if you like lighter skinned women, they still make it something crazy, like, oh, he like crazy light skinned girls that act crazy. And it's like, why a girl gotta act crazy because her skin's lighter?
I guess that's it. There's always this assumption that light skinned folk can't handle their emotions. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's weird.
When we grew up with dark skinned friends that act more sensitive than anybody I ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yes, you, Damo.
And grew up with tough ass light skinned mamas.
Yeah.
Which is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, my mama act like Vivian Banks from Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dark skin one. See?
Yeah.
the dark skin one, not the light skin one. For real.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. That's the thing, man. A lot of the times, when I think about certain aspects of our culture, I'm always questioning this shit.
Yeah.
I was on my Hotep shit a few years ago. Now I'm on some, can we all just be people shit? You know? As you grow, that's what happens. I think.
Yeah, we almost 15 minutes in. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, everything going on right now. I ain't know if you was in the mood to talk about this type shit, but I be feeling like I'm obligated as a podcaster to talk about, like, topics that's going on right now. So first thing first, dog. Before I'm not even gonna ask you no question. I'm gonna just start talking about this shit. I have no idea why niggas woke up one day. They ain't never voted before. They ain't never put in the application to be a police officer. They never went to a council meeting, a city town meeting, any of that. And they just woke up one day and was like, nigga, we about to go steal all the fucking shoes out of Foot Locker.
Yeah, this shit getting weird. It's wild out
It's
here.
Weird shit going on. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, I get it, bro. Because first off, peaceful protesting is a constitutional right.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
And I definitely think it should be used.
Yes, it should be used, but it's like, what more are you going to do after protesting, though? That's my biggest thing. But now rioting. I'm seeing a lot of people say rioting is their right.
That is creepy. That's scary. That's like some purge shit. Because you know what? I've been seeing all this shit going on in Minneapolis and all these other cities, Atlanta. I seen some shit. Even down here last night, they was fucking shit up downtown. And it's so crazy because it's like one thing I feel like this generation is a little distant in some ways. And it's like we're losing our sense of morality, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, where have your morals gone? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what's happened. You know, even if something, God forbid, were ever to happen to my son in a similar situation, right? Mm. My first thing I would not do is go downtown and destroy small businesses and burn police cars and, and have that sense of, like, anarchy and chaos. That's what I'm trying to get away from. I'm trying to get some order to this shit.
Bruh, Atlanta lost their fucking mind, too.
That's what I'm saying.
They lost their goddamn mind. Like other places that was fucking shit up, some of those more progressive cities, I kind of get it. But a historical city like Atlanta, that's wild, my nigga. Like, bruh, they was throwing bricks through black-owned businesses. Like, my nigga, what's going on?
I'll be trying to figure out, maybe they're so pissed because I think people are just pissed and in desperation.
Yeah. That's what I think it too. Like, I played you the Killer Mike speech, and I told you I really liked it, bro.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I do think people are tired and they don't know what to do. But I just want to know who ideal it was to start rioting and just start fucking up shit and stealing shit for no reason. Most of them is thieves too.
Yeah, some of these things, there's something about humans. Once you see one person doing it, you start to do it.
I hate that too.
Yeah, so it's like,
we're gonna get in that also.
Yeah, it's like all you got to do. I think a lot of these are fake too. I think a lot of them are like, there's like certain people are being sent in there to start the riots. That's what I think. Because I think eventually we're trying to head to a martial law kind of state where, like,
I heard a lot of people talking about a civil war also.
Yeah, people want a race war really bad. That's been talked about forever. When Dylan Roof shot them 9 black people in that church, that's what he was like, I'm trying to incite a race war.
So, dog, here's my question when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
And dog, me and you done had long conversations about this all the time. So let's say you do start the race war that the people want. What comes from that?
The ultimate goal of most white Americans who are subscribing to that kind of thought is like, they want a white ethno state where in which white people rule. There are no other minorities. It's like a white utopia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they fail to realize, like we said earlier, we're always going to find something to fucking argue about. Because if we're being honest about whiteness isn't even real. Because at one point, Irish people weren't considered white. Italian people weren't considered white. Now they are. Whiteness is just something that's made up. People with fucking pink skin. You know what I'm saying? But it's just always looking to point the finger at whoever isn't like them. That's all it is. It's just it's a tactic. Whiteness is just something you can hold on to and say, this is all I got left. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's
make America great again. Bring back the coal mines.
Yeah. You know, when things were great for us, when people were, you know what I'm saying? When people were underneath us and, you know, people of color were underneath us and minorities weren't allowed to even eat in the same fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
That's when America was great to some of those people.
Bro, let's talk about the situation that happened a little bit, though. What's the guy name that passed away from the police officer?
Floyd?
Yeah.
Last name Floyd?
Yeah, so, Police officer put his knee on homie's neck. He stopped breathing. A very unjustified killing. I knew what was gonna come from it though. I knew a lot of people was gonna try to justify it, which is crazy. And you know, I'm one of them rational thinkers where I'm like, let's not act crazy over every situation that happens. Let's look at the facts. But there's no 5 different sides of this story. Like every time they release a clip, it's still bad and it keeps getting worse. So I understand why people are in outrage, why people are acting crazy. I get it. Shit, I was mad too. I'm gonna be honest. I was mad too, bruh. But that leads me to these new black activists. These new revolutionaries.
Yeah.
What the fuck made these people wake up and decide they want to start protesting? Why didn't people go out and go online and fill out the census, go apply to be a police officer? We need black police officers, bro.
Yeah. What
made them want to wake up and just be like, you know what? Now I'm pro-black. I'm going to start marching.
There's something in people that always wants to be a part of something, like I say. And like I've said before, people just want to be a part of shit. Like, they feel like this is like the new civil rights era. Like, there will never be another civil rights era. They don't understand that type shit because it was true oppression. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not to, you know, downplay what's going on right now with police brutality. Police brutality has always been here. And what I like to tell people a lot of time, because here's the thing, I think a lot of white people are out here protesting and shit too, because they're starting to realize this ain't just a black thing.
That's what I wanted to talk about too.
Yeah.
So, dog, whenever the killing happened, that's what I was thinking. I was like, we definitely have a problem with racism in this country. I don't want anybody to ever think that's not what I'm saying. But I think a better topic that needs to be discussed, not better, I don't want to say better, but another topic that needs to be discussed is police versus people. Just blue versus people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because that's all
everybody
they see.
is missing that point.
Because a cop, you ask them what color they are, they're not black or white. They're blue.
Yes.
They play for blue.
And, bro, I want people to also understand that everybody, okay, the white fella I was talking about that's in the wheelchair, he was saying, hey, black people kill more black people, but when a cop kills a black person, it's such a big deal or whatever. I want to explain that a little bit. And I don't know why I always feel like I got to get on here and explain, like, stupid stuff, because I'm not the smartest guy in the world, not even close. But I understand simple concepts. You know what I'm saying? And that's a simple concept. The reason why we're not in the outrage on black crime is because there's no such fucking thing as black on black crime.
Yeah.
Black people kill black people at the same rate as white people kill white people.
Yeah.
Statistically, like, and that's not even me just making some shit out my ass. You can look that up right now. And the reason why that happens is because typically black people live in areas with black people and white people live in areas with white people.
Yeah.
Look that shit up if you need to, because if you think I'm just talking out my ass.
Yeah.
And as far as the police killing people, period, black or white, the reason why we get into outrage is because the police is here to protect and serve us. The last thing that should ever happen is a police officer killing an unarmed citizen, somebody who gets paid tax-paid dollars to do a job for the citizens. They're supposed to be here for us. That's why it's a big deal. Yeah. And I don't understand why racist white people don't understand that. Why they don't get that.
It's not even racist white people. It's just
people, period.
It's white people. It's black people in general. You don't understand that, or a lot of people don't understand when you play the race game itself, and you're automatically given value by your color, right? So as a black person, a cop has already been programmed to judge you in a certain way. Yeah. You're going to be either aggressive or thuggish or whatever it may be. They're told to target people like us. You know what I'm saying? There are police departments who have admitted that. They go to certain black areas because, they got to make their quotas. That's what the crime is. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because these people are impoverished. Wherever you go and there's poverty, there's going to be crime. That's just how shit is. And why you see black on black crime, quote unquote, It's because of poverty. When you have people who are desperate for resources and need certain shit, they're going to enact their rage out on each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that happened to the Jews in the ghettos back in, World War II, or when, Hitler and the Nazis were imposing ghettos upon the Jews. You know what I'm saying? The same shit happens. You have people who are desperate for resources. They're going to enact their rage out on each other. They're going to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation. That's the situation that black people have been in. We've been in a fucking 500-year Holocaust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And luckily, we're just now in a situation where we're starting to wake up and see, like, damn, like, we can make better of these situations. Like, my mom and dad tried to do the best they could to get me in the best school and the best area, you know what I'm saying, and raise me right.
But, bro, don't you hate when people, like, bring up these wild statistics trying to justify cop killings? Like, they'll be like, black people kill more black people than police kill black people.
And it's two different things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, you can't compare one to the other. A lot of people see that whole why do black people kill themselves at a higher rate and all that shit. I mean, like I said, I don't look at police brutality as a black issue. I look at it as an issue with the policing in this country.
Yes, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
An issue with the systems.
Yeah, it's not.
But still, at the end of the day, it all boils down to racism, though. Like, when you start mapping it out.
Yeah, a lot. Here's the thing. I'm not going to say racism doesn't contribute to more black police brutality versus on black people. Mm-hmm. But police brutality happens to people across all races.
Yeah.
But it is emphasized, especially in the black community, because they're told to target these kinds of people.
Yeah, statistically, it happens more to black people, though.
Yeah.
And that's something else, like when white people bring up, not white people, racist white people bring up, well, cops kill white people also. It's like, bruh, like, put those statistics on the screen. Mm-hmm. Just to, like, statistically, that shit is low as hell versus a black person. You know what I'm saying?
It's lower. Here's the thing. If you look at it rate-wise, it looks like they're similar numbers. Mm-hmm. But when you think about how many black people actually live in this country versus how many white people live in this country, then you start to say, oh, shit.
That's a lot.
Yeah, they are actually kind of targeting this certain group. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
and then on top of that, like, so, you know how people always say numbers don't lie? Mm-hmm. Sometimes numbers don't tell the whole story. Yeah. Like, the whole story of, like crime, for instance. The reason why crime is higher amongst black people is because it all goes back down to slavery.
Yeah.
Like a group of people being impoverished for so long. Yeah. It all goes back down to that. Mm-hmm. And for some reason they just don't, that doesn't click in their mind.
The thing about America, and the biggest thing I hate about America is it started with color. Mm-hmm. And it ends with it. Let me put it down, so. Yeah, I feel like it's going to end with it. It's like, that's one of the biggest things is like your color decides how people treat you. It decides, what kind of jobs you get, how the police treat you, how the banks look at you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, I've been trying to be on this new thing where I just want to walk through the world as a human. As a human being, and take each person individually. I'm tired of the whole black-white shit. This is something I'm trying to do. But I know how...
How do you escape it, though?
There's no way to.
Okay.
And I've come to realize that. But me as a person, I'm not going to let the world affect my thoughts. The whole black-white beef, century-long beef, keep dictating the people I interact with and the jobs I take and the route I take to work, the neighborhoods I'm willing to drive through, the neighborhoods I'm willing to live in. I can let that dictate everything about my life. Or I could choose to take each person individually one at a time. Okay, this guy's a racist asshole. Okay, this guy's actually kind of fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to learn to do that and not because we let it play too much of a factor in our life. I think sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. But I ain't gonna lie, it's like, you can't really tell people how to handle something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I handle things one way because I go out my way to try not to be a victim, but I can't be mad at somebody else because they didn't handle it the same way I did. Like, dog, I really, really, really hate systematic racism because I've been dealing with this shit my whole life. And me, honestly, I feel like I go through it more than anybody I ever fucking met ever, bro. Because it's like, it be simple shit like, you know, I've been a business owner for like the last 5 years, 5-6 years. And like, you know, you go somewhere and they see you and you young and you black and they like, nah, I don't trust him. Exactly. Hell nah. He too young and he's black. Fuck no. It's like a double strike.
This is one thing I realized even with, you know, because my girl is white, right? I had the weirdest thing about white people is you have to earn your way up to being human.
Yeah.
You have to earn, like.
Yeah, that shit is super weird.
Once they realized that I was a decent guy, you know, I was raised in a similar environment like they were, you know. And this is, the thing is this is no doing of mine. Like, this was my parents' doing. They chose that, okay, we don't want to live in these areas where we grew up, where they're very impoverished and people are trying to, it's like crabs in a bucket. You know how it is. Yeah.
And for the people listening, I don't want y'all to get his words mixed up. What he means is that's their mentality and how they see things. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like my parents were trying to do their best in trying to get me out of that, and then it resulted in me being what however people want to look at it is like a suburban or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, or proper or Uncle Tom, or however.
No.
Carlton or whatever the fuck.
The best way to explain that is so now they view as like, oh well, he's not really a black guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that comes from what? Media and all these things of brainwashing us and into thinking that's what our culture is. But at the same time,
because to be real, there's no such thing as being black. People don't know that shit.
There isn't.
They're gonna be shocked when they hear me say that. But I stand on that. There's no such thing as being black, dog.
Now here's the thing. I'll stand for blackness, but at the same time I'll admit it doesn't exist. That's the craziest shit to me. I will fight for blackness and black people, but at the same time I know all this whiteness and blackness is made up.
Because it's just a social construct.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Because how you gonna have gunplay and you gonna have Obama on two ends of the spectrum? Who's black? You know what I'm saying? Who's the blacker one? Yeah. Like, there is no such thing as what is black. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, some people listening will probably be like, nigga, gunplay.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga right.
Nigga, gunplay, nigga. Look, that nigga got the dreads, the tattoos. That nigga black.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what it is. Like, bruh, even black people play a part in racism. Because, like, believing that a nigga like gunplay is a definition of black over a nigga like Obama, you're playing into racism.
Exactly.
You're playing into that shit.
But, yeah, going back to, like, when I was, even with my girl, and meeting her family, and I had to work my way up to them realizing that, oh, well, he's just a normal guy. And then here's the thing. Rather you're from a project in New Jersey and you talk to a white person from the suburbs, they're so scared to even engage with you because they just feel like you're going to be a certain way because that's all they see.
Bro, I told you.
But we're all fucking human.
Dog, with my business, I ain't going to say them by name because I'm still working with them. But it's like, you know, white people can't help but be racist, bro. They've been participating in the system for so long. It's like they don't even know it at this point. So it's like they get to the point where they automatically just assume like, hey, this is a kid from the hood. You know what? I'm gonna do this kid a favor and I'm gonna help him. And they don't understand that's racism. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they're super left.
Yeah,
and they're liberal. Thing. But they don't even know that's racist.
That's what I was saying. And I be telling people like, you know, when I was on Facebook arguing with motherfuckers, you got to understand there's a certain way, either way it goes. Like I had to explain this to my girl. Don't look upon black people with pity, and don't look upon them racistly. Yeah. You have to look at them as a person. That's it. A blank slate and go from there. Do not look down on me, because if you look down on me, I hate people who look down on me. I hate, like we said, we hate the victim mentality. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I hate if you look down on me and hate me. You know what I'm saying? So either way it goes, I'm going to say a good 75% of white people either have one viewpoint of black people or the other viewpoint. Either they look down on you or they hate you just because you're fucking black. And I'll say there's like a good 25% of them out there who are just pure-hearted fucking good people. There's nothing influencing their thoughts about black people. They just fucking are looking at people as people. Because it's hard for me to even do that. Because like I said, when America started, that was the game. It was race. Mm-hmm. So it's been infused in us in everything we do. TV, media, music, everything.
But bro, you also know like people are confusing as hell though, bro. Because like, okay, we grew up in the same town, and it's like we all suburb kids, but we got some niggas that think they super gangster. We got some niggas that just act like normal men. Yeah. And we got some niggas that's just like super uppity, and their parents don't even make no money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just a weird blend of people, but I think that's what kept us well-rounded in understanding different races. Yeah. But some people didn't grow up like that. Like some people probably grew up in, you know, boarding school. Parents was just super rich. So their whole perspective of black people is just totally different. Yeah. Because it's kind of like, if you truly, and I'm saying this because I know I got white listeners, if you truly go around a real black family, it is not like Boys in the Hood. No. My mother fucking hates that movie. And she hates that movie for a different reason why I don't like the movie. I don't like the movie because I think it's boring as fuck. Yeah. That's just me, though. And
I actually enjoy Boys in the Hood, but continue.
Yeah, like, it's a couple movies that's black movies that you'll be shocked I don't like. And I know you always be like, this nigga slam Scarface? And them is my movies. Yes. But
nah. Full Scarface especially.
Yeah, but goddamn, it's some black movies I don't fuck with. I just think they boring. But my mom has, bruh, she has like her ideals of like what being black is. So first off, my mom is a very successful woman. So she's a 6-figure woman. So she feels like if you try to depict black people as something other than being that, she does not like that shit. Like, she understands if, you know, it's real, but like, all right, a family, for instance, let me go back to my analogy I was about to say. A family, for instance, if you go to a black family, there's going to be some people in it that's successful. There's going to be some people in it that's not successful. There's going to be some people in it that's gay. There's going to be some people in it that's straight. It's literally going to be a melting pot of people. You're not just going to walk into a house and see Doughboy and Ricky. Yeah. You're not going to. Doughboy was a drug dealer. For the people that haven't seen the movie, Doughboy was just a drug dealer that basically paid all the bills for the family. Ricky was a star football player. That's like your typical black story. Like, the only way to get out the hood is to rap or play ball. That's a typical black story. So my mom hating that movie, I completely understood. Because it's like, bruh. So, like, her biggest thing, she didn't think Bill Cosby was funny, but she liked the idea of the show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The Cosby Show was one of those, it was like a pillar of the black community that kind of showed, it depicted black people in a better light. Yeah. White people never saw black people like that. Like, we knew everybody had an uncle that was successful. Everybody. Or you had dad who was successful. Yeah. Like, out of the family, I think my dad probably was a successful one.
Bruh, you know what's funny? Like, I ain't mean to cut you off, but in my family, you know, my mom and dad weren't together. I think they split up before I was even like 1 year old. But on both sides of my family, my mom is the only successful one in her family, and my dad's the only successful one in his family. And that shit is weird,
it's
bro.
It's odd because that's how it is for my family too. Like, when I think about my mom and her family, she's the only one who's doing well. My dad is the only one that's doing well on his. Well, everybody on my dad's side of the family, they're more of the Cosby. Okay. Because, you know, I got an auntie that's a teacher. I got an auntie that's a nurse. I got aunties that, you know, they're like.
Oh, okay. So like basically, they're all successful.
Yeah, they're not like super successful. You know what I'm saying? But they all have careers.
Well off though.
Yeah, yeah. They all live in, you know, decent houses. They are not wanting for anything. They're decent people.
I mean, I ain't trying to get deep with it, but it'll be like, what's our definition of success?
Success to me, as a black person, is growing from the previous generation. I don't have to be Jay-Z. I don't got to have $1 billion. I don't have to be Kanye or whatever the fuck. I just have to grow from the generation before me. So for me, it would just be better than my parents. Like, mine would probably be owning some property. Okay. Starting a family business. You know what I'm saying? My parents, they just worked. good middle class jobs and became, middle to upper middle people.
Bro, I ain't trying to change the subject too much, but do you think your parents understand you?
Not at all.
Do you think it's because a result of like the generational gap? Because things have changed a lot from when they was coming up when they was our age to right now. Because like I asked you that not to get it too personal, but because like my mom, she supports everything that I do just because she loves me, right? But it's one of them things where it's like, I don't think she has no fucking idea what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I think they could care less.
I think so too, though.
That's their generation, though. Just like, the thing is, like, with them, they came from, their parents didn't even really give a shit. You got 12 other kids. Who gives a fuck what
what little Linda's doing?
Yeah, little Jimmy's got going on. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of brainwashing of them, and then it just trickled down, and now it's like, oh, baby, you podcasting? Oh, okay, that's cute. So when you gonna start working at GE?
Yeah,
some shit. It's
my mom has said that to me before.
That's how it is. It's like I'll be telling my dad, like, oh, I'm doing this right now, I'm okay. He's like, yeah, but you got your degree in fucking computer science. When you gonna start working at Google or some shit? I'm like, Pop, chill. Like, let me work my way into it. It's like they don't really, I don't know, they don't think about shit.
Nigga, my mama be like, baby, you would look so cute if you just wore a shirt and tie every day with a nice low haircut and just went and taught kids and taught them how to be better to make this world a better place.
Shit.
And I'll be like, Mom, that doesn't sound shit like me.
But you know what's crazy? The war is fought in the classrooms, nigga. Because we got a lot of bitch ass niggas teaching, and
I agree.
Bro,
see, that's why
we gotta step in.
That's why whenever my mom says that, it makes me feel like shit. Because okay, like I told you yesterday when I was talking about we need more black police officers. I honestly do, and I can admit this, dog. I feel like I'm not living up to my obligations. Like, I think I'm being too selfish. There's things that I could do to change this world that I'm not doing because I really just want to enjoy my life. I really want to. And it's like
sometimes you feel like that's just not your cross to bear. Like, I'm like, everybody thinks in an activist mind state, like nowadays, like I have to do this for my people and I got to do this for the kids and blah 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 blah. But it's like sometimes you got to make sure yourself straight. For
see, bro, you say that. I don't think they not doing shit.
Who you talking about?
People, period. Like,
nigga,
like most of these niggas protesting this shit. Y'all not even doing shit.
It's like I told you, most of the people protesting ain't got shit going on, right?
See, but a protest is for awareness, though.
Yeah.
So of course you need more people. But like you saying, I feel like it's a lot of people out there that's out there because they ain't got shit going on and they just hoping some shit pop off so they can be a part of it. Like, I think it's a lot of people out there that just want to throw some hands.
You got to think about a lot of young men and women in this generation. Like, dog, people are just out here living. They have no purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not up to anybody other than themselves to find that purpose. So guess what they going to go out there and do? Whatever purpose the next man got. Let me fucking march. Fuck it. Fucking robot. I'm going to go out here and march. You don't give a shit about none of that shit. Like, let's really keep it 100, you know? Like, you don't really care about that shit. Like,
bro, I got a friend. I'm not going to say him by name because I don't think he would like these words I'm about to say. But he's the most lost person that I fucking know. Like, super lost. Like, Damo said something real about him this morning.
What?
Well, last night, that nigga was like, bruh, one day this nigga wakes up and this nigga wants to be a fucking activist. The next day that nigga wakes up, he wants to be a boyfriend. The next day that nigga wakes up, that nigga wants to be a drunk and just hang out and fucking do drugs or something. The next day he wakes up, he wants to be a civilized person in society.
Yeah.
The fifth day, that nigga like, fuck it, nigga, I'm a gangster, nigga. I'm about to tote these fucking pistols. It's like, nigga, which one are you, bro?
Yeah.
Which one are you? Dog, you got to pick, bro. Because at the end of the day, I know, nigga, every day I wake up, nigga, I'm slim. That's all I'm going to be.
I mean, like I said, dog, we live in a lost fucking generation. Everybody out here, I'm not even sitting up here because one thing people take this the wrong way when I say this generation is lost. Like, nigga, I'm lost too. But guess what? I'm at least trying to figure out where I'm going to be and where I'm trying to go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, like, so life is like, dog, life is like a road, right? So it's like you just stay on that road and you keep going, and you make sure you just keep trucking. You make sure you keep trucking, no matter what. You figure some things out. You figure the path out. You're gonna have to take turns. You may take a shortcut here or there. You know what I'm saying? You may take the long way here and there. A lot of people, going back to what you were saying, in our generation, they just stopping at the fucking beginning.
Yeah,
like they literally
haven't even started their journey.
Dog, they literally, when somebody said go, they took off running and then just stopped and was like, and now they just back there just looking crazy. And they took a whole nother route, which is long as fuck, to the finish line.
Yeah,
and that shit makes no sense to me. And those are the people that's protesting and.
And like I said, and you see a lot of this violence and craziness going on. Here's the thing. This whole violent fucking burning cop cars and throwing bricks through windows and shit. Dog, like, where is this coming from? Like it's literally happened out of, that's why I can see the inner anger of this generation. And it's because a lot of these motherfuckers is lost. You see all the rage. They don't know where this country's going.
My question about what's going on right now that I really want to ask you, because I know you're going to have a good answer for it, is like, so what really made like black people really riot last time, like the biggest riot you can think of in recent history, was because of the police beating of Rodney King.
Yeah.
Where do you think this is going to fit in history compared to something like that?
Shit, it's gonna be up there.
You think so, for real? Like this moment that we're in right now?
I really
that
think
Rodney King shit was wild, bro.
It was wild as fuck. But the thing is, at the end of the day, partially because the media just pumps it.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, news was kind of just news.
Killer Mike said that about CNN. And it's crazy because I think you have the same like kind of feelings towards Killer Mike that I do, and you kind of was like, I don't really want to hear this, and I like, nah, bro, he spent some shit, and like, I know you fuck with that media shit, like, excuse me, not fuck with media, but like, you know, like the ideal of media pumping too much negativity,
yeah,
and that's what he was spitting on, like,
yeah.
Hey, CNN, karma gonna get you. Stop pumping all this negativity.
Because at the end of the day, they control, like, people don't realize how much the media controls their thoughts and their what's going on. And if you're watching on the news somebody in Tennessee or whatever the fuck protesting and rioting, that just sparks, you know, a whole nother wave in another city. Next thing you know, the whole country's rioting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm even seeing, like I've been saying a lot of white folks on this shit too now.
Yeah.
This is crazy because, like, everybody's on it. But I don't know if people are doing it because they actually feel this way, or they're doing it just because they feel obligated to do it.
It's starting to feel real disingenuous.
Yeah, it don't feel like it's like a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid.
Yeah, I want to see. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to see where this goes, dog. It's looking bad so far. It's looking real bad. Oh, bruh. But before all this shit start happening, and we've been talking about this shit for 50 minutes, bruh. Dog, before this shit start happening, I really plan on coming out here and just doing a podcast with you to kick the shit, because you ain't been on the podcast for a minute, and talk about this nigga, what's buddy name? How the fuck did I forget his name? I've been forgetting names lately. I got to go get a psyche valve, get my head checked. For real, bro.
Dementia.
Yeah, for real, bro. Dementia running my family too, bro.
For real?
Yes, dog. On both sides. So, what's homie name? Devin and partner. The Democrat.
You talking about Sean? Who you
Nah,
talking about?
I'm talking about buddy running for president. Who's going against Trump? Biden. There we go.
Oh my God.
Old Joe. I don't know how I forgot that nigga
Biden,
name,
dog.
bro. Bro, did you see him on the Breakfast Club?
That's how unimpressionable this motherfucker is.
Bruh.
God damn.
Remember, yeah, I definitely did call you. I think you was the person I called. It was probably around this time last year. I was in Orlando. Me and Trey had went to Orlando, and I just randomly like walked to a Burger King and got a fucking big ass sandwich. And this nigga was on the fucking Today Show or whatever the fuck it's called with all the women. The View.
Yeah, The View.
Yeah, he was on The View. And I'm just watching that shit, and I'm like, bruh, this is the worst speaker I've ever seen in my life.
He's trash.
Yes, and this is coming from somebody who I grew up shy as fuck and never would let my words out. I'm just now getting to my point where I'm like starting to get good with his speaking shit. That nigga's trash, bruh.
Yeah, Joe is definitely top 5 worst of all time.
And now he's running for president, and you know, these folks want us to vote for him.
He's not even a viable candidate. Like,
At all.
This is the craziness about this is like you can see the corruptness of like the Democratic Party. Like he's obviously not suitable to be a front runner for the fucking Democratic candidate. But like the nigga borderline is fucked up. Like I think he does have dementia. I think he is a little fucked up in the head.
See, I disagree.
Cause bruh.
I don't
to
think
go on the Charlemagne shit and say, "Oh, if you got a problem,
you ain't black."
Yeah, you're not black. It's like anybody who running for president, even Trump, would not say some dumb shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you what I got out of the Charlemagne interview. First off, his team fucked up. He should have never did that interview.
You think so?
I know so.
Yeah,
he should have never did that fucking interview.
See, the thing is that was probably
no. He didn't need that exposure. That's that reach for the black vote.
That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. He needs that exposure for the black vote. If he doesn't do that interview, does he get the black vote? That's the thing they're thinking.
Okay, so this is 2020 right now. Let's say it's the 90s, right? You do Arsenio Hall. You know what I'm saying? Arsenio Hall is different from a Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Charlemagne is one of those people where he's so controversial. You have to be prepared to go into an interview with Charlemagne. And the thing about Charlemagne's style of interviewing, and me and Maine was just talking about this on Friday night because we recorded a real good podcast, and homie who was on the podcast with us, he was like, you know, I was a little excited about this because I know Slim's style of podcasting is like, you know, it's a little different. I ain't never really seen nobody who does it like that because I am a little different. I'm a radical. Not a radical, but a wild card. Now, Charlemagne, everybody thinks Charlemagne wild. Charlemagne, his style really isn't wild. Charlemagne got 5 questions that he's about to ask you.
Yeah, old Charlemagne.
I
could have gave
was
it to
goofy.
him.
Yeah, but this Charlemagne, bro, he only got 5 questions for you.
He's so mainstream.
And if you can't predict the 5 questions that he's going to ask you, don't go do no interview with Charlemagne. Because he only had 5 questions, bro. Yeah. The interview was 30 minutes. He asked his 5 questions. And Joe did a horrible job. And he was so narcissistic with his answers and just everything he said just went back to basically just feeling like he was that guy. Bruh, all you got to do to beat Trumpito, and he was a representative of Obama, so he should have just took notes from him. All you have to do is just implement some hope into people for things to get better. That's all you got to do. We going through a pandemic. Now we going through what people is trying to call a civil war. Yeah. Just implement some hope into people, bro. That's all you got to do. And he dropped the ball on that shit.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
It's not in him.
You got to think of who he is. He's fucking Joe Biden. He's this wealthy white dude, politician, a career politician. Just the relatability factor is just not there to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
One thing that people, I'll say these rednecks can't relate to with Trump is his disdain for people who aren't white. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hide it behind words all you want. I know Trump don't like fucking minorities. You know what I'm saying? What his policies do for other people is different.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm willing to sacrifice you being a racist as long as you pass policies that help my people. I don't give a fuck.
I think the thing about Trump is he just has a really good team.
He does. And he's your unapologetic, fucking leader that you need.
Yeah.
Because if you're not gonna be, here's the thing, if you're not gonna be classy like Obama, you gotta be over the top confident like Trump. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta put it out there.
What president would you compare Trump to in history?
In our history, probably he's got the dumbness of George Bush.
He pulls triggers on policies like FDR.
Yeah, and he's got that too. Then he's got the confidence of Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt was an asshole, thought he was the shit.
Yeah.
And then he has the stardom of Ronald Reagan. Like Ronald Reagan was an actor before he was a fucking president. So it's like he's a mixture of a lot of different presidents.
Ronald Reagan is fucking trash, nigga. That nigga trash.
One of the most hailed white presidents of all time, though. Like, in our generation, white people loved Reagan.
Yeah. Bro, I forgot already they tried to impeach Trump. I forgot that shit already.
He got impeached.
Yeah.
But they never removed him. He's not, it didn't go through the Senate for him to get removed from office.
I forgot about that shit already.
Yeah. We own some new shit. Let's go. Fuck it. That's the media side.
Oh nah, bruh, I fully admit I participate in this microwave culture, and it's funny the young rapper I was just playing that you asked me who that was. We was talking about that, but we was talking about like how people consume music and how they consume just all content. Period, and it's true. Like our attention spans are fucking horrible. My attention span is pretty good. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Like, I'm crazy. I sit and watch a 3-hour podcast and look up and be like, damn, I really just sat and burnt 3 hours of my day. Like, my attention span is crazy. But most people I know, they can't pay attention that long.
I'm one of those people. Unless it's a Rogan podcast with a good guest, or one of your podcasts, because I'm actually truly interested in listening to it.
Yeah.
I can't even watch Brilliant Idiots no more. I can't watch.
Hard. I just don't like Charlemagne, but Schultz, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I sit and watch Schultz every week.
I fuck with Schultz because Schultz is gonna bring you. He's gonna bring you a nuanced opinion. It's gonna be a different side than you've heard.
He say a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, he says a lot of dumb shit. But I'd rather hear that.
He's joking though.
I'd rather hear that than hearing the pre-boxed black answer to every question that Charlemagne gives.
I got a question for you, and I literally was just thinking about this like 15 to 20 minutes ago.
What?
So I'm fresh off of doing a podcast with Damo, and I already made my mind up. I'm putting this one out on Tuesday, and I'm gonna put the one I did on Friday out the week after that. So I'm about to go from a podcast with Damo, with talking about nothing, a whole bunch of drunk shit, because I literally ain't had shit to put out, to this podcast that we just did that was very insightful and intellectual. How do you think people are gonna feel about that? Like, do you think I become the guy where people come to for entertainment, so when they hear a podcast like this, they're like, nigga, I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I asked this question. I didn't want to say this because I hate talking bad about Joe Budden, because I tweet him on Twitter all the time and he's always responding to me.
For real?
Yeah. Oh, I ain't tell you about that?
I've seen it before, but
yeah. So bruh, I just listened to their podcast on the way here and I turned it off. I've never turned their podcast off before. I always listen to their podcast all the way through.
And what made you do that?
Because they're always joking. And that day, they was talking about everything that's going on right now, the riots and stuff like that. And that nigga Maul was saying the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Bruh, I just remember what Maul said on Joe Budden on the podcast.
What's up?
This nigga Maul said that black people have more than enough power in this country to fight against everything, that all we have to do is just come together, and there's no reason why like racism should still be alive, because we have all the power. And that he basically was saying that there's not just 14% of us in this country.
See, a lot of people have a misunderstanding because they see Maul dumb as fuck for that, but they have a lot of misunderstanding because black people, let's be honest, we have gained a lot of wealth over the years.
Yeah.
We have politicians.
It happened really quick though.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I think that's why they're confused.
Mm-hmm. Because you get a false sense of power from seeing people, from seeing idols and figureheads, right?
Yeah.
We had a black president. A black president. That was a false sense of power. Like, what could Obama really do? You're seeing the
Michael Jordan, Oprah.
Yeah. You're seeing the extent.
LeBron James. We're seeing these type people, and we're thinking like, nah, we have way more. Jay-Z, Dr. Dre.
It's a lot more movers and shakers out here. Yes, these are wealthy people in their lane of what they're doing, but it's a lot more that comes with being able to control, the way the tide moves in this country, especially politically and socially and economically. There are reasons why there are certain economic groups, hold the kind of power they have. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always say this. I always feel like black people are a couple steps behind. Like when some new shit's up, we always like the last one to see that, oh, this is what you need to do. You know what I'm saying?
It's the wave.
Yeah.
Kind of like with stocks and shit, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, niggas just not getting on stocks.
And
niggas hitting me up because I'm the one into the like numbers and money and shit. Mm-hmm. And they like, hey Slim, bro, you need to get on these stocks. And I'm like, bitch, I've been in investments since I was like 19.
Yeah. It's like there'll be a wave coming through, and black people always catch it last. That's due to resources and exposure to things. And like I said, that comes from generations and generations of, successfulness and successful ancestors, and then you get that knowledge from them and you take it and use it in your life. That's what we lack. But power is something I will say that black people don't necessarily have. Be honest. And it's because
I was shocked he actually said that.
If you don't
I was happy when Joe Budden corrected him.
Yeah, if you don't have power in numbers, you gotta have power in wealth. You know what I'm saying? Which like what Jews have, a lot of Asian people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Last people you would say is black people. You know what I'm saying?
Them facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you don't have the power in numbers like white people got, you gotta have the power like the Jew got.
But bro, the question I have for you is like, how do you think the people receive like me having a podcast with Damo and then doing a podcast with you?
Oh,
like what do you think that does for my platform?
See, this is the thing. You want to know the biggest reason why I listen to Rogan?
Why?
The biggest reason why I listen to Rogan is Rogan's versatility.
Okay.
And the thing I love about you and your podcast, and why I think you are the next Joe Rogan or Black Joe Rogan, however you want to fucking coin that, is the way that you're able to sit down and have a conversation about anything with anybody. You're able to absorb. You're able to move and react to, certain conversations. Even if you don't really know shit. Even if you don't really know shit about it. That's what I love about Rogan. Mm-hmm. Rogan is like a common man. But he'll sit down and have a fucking conversation with a neuroscientist. And
Rogan is really smart though.
Yeah.
But the reason why Rogan is smart is because he's really informed. He does a lot of research. He reads a lot, which is also how I am also. But I've been saying forever I wanted to be the Black Joe Rogan, and it's funny because it's this podcast that I used to like keep up with a little bit, and I had said something to like kind of like that to a message that I had with them, and they spoke on it on their podcast. Like, yeah, this guy told me he wanted to be like the Black Joe Rogan. I told you about that before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm like, bruh, ain't nothing wrong.
Fired.
But bruh, ain't nothing wrong with like looking up to somebody and studying them.
There's nothing wrong with it, because how did Kobe become Kobe and how did LeBron become LeBron?
Exactly, bro. Because see, my thing is like, why not look at the greats and see what it is? This nigga Rogan just on $100 million.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
If you hating on that shit, if you don't want me to be the Black Joe Rogan, fuck you.
Ain't it?
That's what I'm aiming. And then once I get there, then I'm that's the thing. You gonna add your own twists and tricks to it. it's not like you just gonna fucking do exactly as the man doing.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Because I can't be Rogan.
You gotta witness greatness to be great.
Yeah.
To realize where the bar is.
On top of that, I do shit differently anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole style, like I do a lot of hip hop shit. I do a lot of local shit. And I ain't gonna lie, it got kind of crazy because at first I was like, man, I ain't gonna be the nigga that goddamn do all the local goddamn hip hop shit. But I have turned into that nigga, so now I feel like I really can't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people want a worldwide podcast, but if you really think about when Joe Rogan really first started, when he had that grainy ass footage, it was just him and his comedian friends from the fucking local club.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest, it's still just him and comedian friends.
Yeah.
Like for real, Rogan's podcast is still just him and comedian friends, and he has special guests.
Yeah.
That's all it is, bro.
Exactly.
Like most of the guests he puts on his podcast are comedians, and I fucking love that shit because I told you when I first started my own podcast, that's what I wanted. Like I was like, bruh, I got friends that I think is interesting. I want to just put my friends on here and just kick some shit. Cause really the show, you know, I ain't trying to sound selfish or nothing, but self-centered. But the show really is about me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just want people to like get an insight of my world.
I feel like when it comes to growth and potential with a podcast, you have everything that you need because you're not afraid, you're unapologetic, you're not no politically correct ass Charlemagne ass nigga, and
I never will be. So you ain't ever gotta worry about that.
If that day ever comes, bruh,
you ain't fucking with it,
bruh. Just I'ma always be bro. I support you. Blah 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 blah.
Well, can I tell you a secret?
What?
I did try to stop saying bitch.
See, I've been trying to. I told you out here, I hang around a little bit of country boys out here, and they told me
your reason is different from mine, and I want us to talk about this. Let me go first though.
What?
Okay, I want to stop saying bitch. Kind of like two reasons. Okay, first reason, I did some work with a client. And she was paying me really well. And for some reason, she found out that I had a podcast. I try to keep my photography and my videography separate from my podcast. Like I got a whole separate website, whole separate social media accounts, all that for my photography and my videography. Because, you know, I'm making some decent money now off that shit. But somebody, I guess she found out somehow through somebody that I had a podcast. She asked me about it. I was like, yeah, I got a podcast. And she was like, I want to check it out. Excuse me. Somebody told me it was good. Boom. Gave her the link. Just so happened the day she checked it out, I was talking about some Tekashi 6ix9ine shit.
Oh hell.
And I was like, nigga, if a nigga fuck your bitch, nigga, that's on you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And Shawty was just kind of like, yeah, that ain't really for me. Whoop. She was like, I really ain't even know you was like that. And I was like, you're my client. You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that was when I was like, you know, I'm going to tone down on the bitch shit. Then the next thing I did the future review. I blurred out, beeped out every time I said bitch.
You bleeped it out?
Like I chopped one of them off and then I bleeped out like two more.
And I didn't even realize how much I used that word. And then the thing is crazy, bro. I don't know. Like people out here change me on that. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I gotta grow up a little bit.
That's why I want to talk about why you like what you feel about it. Cause for me, it's more so of like I feel like it's an obligation because people are offended by it, and like, you know, I'm real big on white people saying the N-word. So I feel like I should treat it as such when it comes to women being offended by it. Because I don't play that shit. So it's like I'll try not to, even though it's two totally different things.
Yeah. The way we interpret it and the way other people interpret it from the outside is two different things. Like I said before, like bitch to us is a pronoun. It's like just like bitch, this bitch talking about, you know, you just using it. It's not like like I mean you're a fucking bitch. You know, I'm not saying it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just some. Oh,
but I do use it in that way you just said also. And
yeah, but I gotta.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a story, dog. And I wasn't mad, bruh. Me and Trey was riding one day, and this girl called me, and she was like, "Why'd you block me? Why you don't talk to me?" And I was like, Cause you a self-centered bitch. And I hate self-centered bitches.
Hey, but the thing is, girls gotta realize bitch can also be used for a man.
Yeah, for sure. Nigga, I say bitch ass nigga more than goddamn any nigga you know.
Yeah.
Cause there's some niggas like, bruh, a nigga that's always in the mirror, goddamn, that's a bitch.
Yeah, I've met more bitch niggas than I've met actual bitches. Like,
yes,
bitch women.
Yes.
There are more bitch niggas out here than there are actual
facts
women
nigga.
that are bitches.
Facts.
And a bitch is more of a personality. It's more of a mood. It's more of a vibe. It's not like really a type of person.
It's a cliche motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I say it all the time. It's funny because I've been talking about this nigga the whole podcast. Bro, I love Trey to death too. Let me just say that right there. I really love Trey, bro.
I fought with Trey. That's my nigga.
Gang. But me and Trey got into it before because he was dating this girl. And I snapped on that nigga. I was like, bro, you don't date bitches like this. Like, this is gross, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, those type women bring you into a world that you have no business living in. Like, you can dibble and dabble in different worlds, and I've done it because I done been with multiple type women. You know what I'm saying? It would, like you said, it will change your fucking life.
The change your life, bitches.
Yeah,
them bitches is poison.
Yes, bro. Like, bro, we said it yesterday. Like, niggas, whenever they goddamn do drugs with a woman for the first time, that woman has their heart forever.
Yep. And then guess who I found out goddamn did drugs before one person.
Who?
With Whitney and Bobby. I found out Whitney put Bobby on the shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought Bobby was the one fucking her up.
Oh, nah, you late. Nigga, Bobby said straight up, goddamn, he ain't know what the fuck crack was.
And you start to realize the circles that Whitney playing in, and she around white people and all these crazy rich, wealthy drug addicts and shit.
Let's be honest, Bobby ain't had that much money.
Nah.
Whitney was a fucking megastar.
He in a boy band that tours constantly just to make his guap.
Ends meet,
yeah, he makes his guap touring constantly. Whitney was America's sweetheart. Yes. She got bread. She mingling in circles that where the fucking Justin Biebers and shit be at now. You know what I'm saying? Like the high. She was that generation. You know what I'm saying? Britney Spears and stuff. So I can understand now, like, oh, now that makes sense. Like, she did probably put him on that shit. And now he's just
a man would let a woman change their fucking life.
That's the weirdest thing. And that's the weirdest thing. Like, as a man to me, if you ain't got the strength enough to avoid a woman taking your soul from you like that, I can't respect you. I got a couple friends like that, but I can't respect you.
Yo, we actually got a lot of friends like that in common.
Yeah.
But, dog, that's why the Medusa shit is just so real. Greek mythology is crazy,
That's
bro.
not even no chauvinist shit, but...
Oh, no. That's real because it's also two sides to it. But it's kind of different because a man will let a woman straight alter his life and just bring him into that lifestyle. But a man will also like beat a woman down in her life and bruise her and turn her into something else. Yeah. It's just two different type beings.
But that's what's even crazier, and we ain't even no Christian type niggas, but that's that Adam and Eve shit.
Facts.
Because Eve put that nigga on that apple and said, "Let's take a bite of this fruit right here." And God told this nigga, Adam, damn well you're not supposed to fuck with this shit. And he still was like, man, but my bitch doing it.
But bro, like, that's what stories are for. Stories are for you.
Isn't that so beautiful,
perceive them like that. Yeah.
Isn't that so beautiful?
Just like I just use the Medusa one.
But I wish other people would see it like that. But they take it as like
they don't have it. They don't have those top brands
and shit.
Like Medusa. The first time I seen the Medusa story, I was like, oh yeah, bitches definitely got the cooties.
Oh yeah.
And I still say that shit to that day on some childish shit, but I be joking. But it's like
these motherfuckers,
bro. When I was young, bro, I think I told this on the podcast before. Like, I was one of them pretty niggas that girls used to chase home from school. So I used to be like, these bitches is gross. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to do this. Like, they be out here fucking everybody. They be chasing me home from school and shit. I ain't got time for this. Girls are fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Even though that's just my walk of life. You know what I'm saying?
But it's weird. You would think the opposite because people think how dominant men are, but so much growing up women dominated so much of like our thoughts as kids, as young men, as adolescent adults.
Yeah, we did everything trying to get their attention.
Yeah, women like, and you really start to see as you grow older, like women really run shit. You really start to realize it. Happy wife, happy life, all that lame nigga shit. But
you know what's crazy though, Big King?
what's up?
I wasn't like that when I was young. I was green as fuck.
I was too. Like
I wanted to have long hair and be cute because I just wanted to be like the rappers I listened to. Mm-hmm. That was it.
And then eventually there becomes this turn and this in this tide where men grow into themselves. I think it's after your first heartbreak. You start to realize like, oh, like she can pretend to be innocent, but it was all manipulation. And I'll never be treated like that again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when the dog is formed.
You know, there's some truth to that. And it's funny because I always tell people I never got my heart broken. Mm-hmm. I got my heart broken before.
And it's not even like a serious heartbreak, but it was like, oh, I got to watch my back out here in these streets. Like,
I'm going to tell you because I ain't never even told nobody this before. When I was in 6th grade, I was messing with this German and black girl. My best friend was older than me. He was in 8th grade. And she used to live off base. So I would only see her when she would stay at her friend's house for the weekend or something. Well, the day that she was on base, me and my mom went off base to go get some Italian pizza. Cause we stayed in Germany and shit. We stayed real close to Italy. So we went to go get some pizza, whatever. We ended up shopping all day. I was a mama's boy, so I would hang out with my mom all day and do bitch shit. That's why I probably should have turned into a bitch ass nigga. Cause I used to shop, just do all kind of bitch shit. Ain't no telling how the fuck I turned out like this and not on no bitch shit. But get back on base. It's kind of dark, but it ain't really dark yet. My mom, I ain't had to be home by the street lights. I had to be home by like 10 on weekends type shit. Because I was in 6th grade. And everybody was just acting weird outside. And I'm like, man, what the fuck going on? So when my homeboy went in the house, that's when everybody told me. They was like, yeah, man, he was out here kissing on your girlfriend and shit.
Oh,
I got so fucking mad, bro. I was crying and shit, bro. I went home. Goddamn, I just stayed up all night just mad as fuck. So the next day I woke up in the morning time, and I'll never forget, bro. That was the same day that T-Mac fucked his back up in the playoffs against the Hornets. Why the fuck do I remember that?
Bro, but that's that type of shit that it sticks with you.
Yeah, it's just there.
And then from there, that's what a dog is created.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I walked in his crib. Everybody was playing the game. They was playing NCAA. Goddamn, they playing the game, and he was like, "What's up, bro?" I was like, "What's up?" He ain't say nothing. He just kept playing the game. I rocked the shit out that nigga, bro. Just started whooping that nigga ass. But that's the only heartbreak I had. And you're right. After that created that dog.
That's that dog, bro. It happens to all of us. Like, I know a lot of these guys that I talk to nowadays who live out here, the sweet little country boys.
Yeah,
they just really.
That's
nice.
what I want to talk about. I got off subject too much. That's what I want to talk about. These country niggas you work with and why you want to stop saying bitch.
Yeah, I want to, man. It because there's a certain level of growth I feel like a man should reach, right? Where there's certain things that a man should view as beneath him. I feel like kind of like saying bitch, right? I feel like you should. We at a certain age, I should feel like that kind of is like beneath me to use that as an adjective and as a noun or whatever the fuck, a pronoun or whatever the fuck. Because there's a certain level of maturity that you realize how it affects the people around you. It's not about how it affects you or what you think about it. It's about how it affects the world around you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, they conveyed to me, like, even Katie doesn't care when I use the word bitch. I'll be like, and sometimes I'll be like, bitch, you know goddamn well. And I'll be talking to her. And she won't even, she's not offended. She's laughing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's about how, I feel like as a man, there's a certain level of growth you got to reach. I don't know. I'm having these revelations in life. I ain't figured it all out yet, but using the word bitch like that, like you think about any old head, unless they playing around or drunk or you know, something like that. They don't even use it.
They don't say nigga neither.
Yeah, which is, I wonder when that's gonna be. When am I gonna hit that revelation? But I can't not say nigga because it's just like, oh, so it's ingrained in me. That's why I feel like a lot. When I think about niggas we grew up with in Augusta, I feel like it's a different place. Cause I come out here, it's a different culture and all this shit, but they just don't understand people like me. They be like, they don't understand why.
I think it's your friend group though. I don't think it's like the place. It's just the people around you.
You think people that I grew up around in Augusta, or you think people out here?
Because Augusta, because it's like, so the people that we have in common, for example, pretty much similar type niggas when like you get down to the nitty and gritty, like growing up wise, not now. I mean, like growing up, pretty much similar type, like the guys that got the girls, those type. Now, I'm pretty sure you also had friends that didn't get the girls, that, you know, probably didn't do drugs, that probably didn't do anything bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where are they at now? They're different. It's just the certain type of people that you still keep in contact with are a certain way. Yeah. So now you're at work with these type of people. Everybody you at work with comes from a different walk of life. Just simple and plain. Different, totally different walk of life, bro. So it's like they have different upbringings. And I say all the time, like, it's all about how you grew up. The biggest thing when it comes to that love shit, like, I'm going to talk about Trey one more time, and I swear I ain't talking about him no more. Trey is a super lover boy. I'm talking about hold the door open, walking, holding hands, all that shit. Like, one day around Trey, and you'll be like, I do not treat my bitch good enough. Excuse me, girl, since the topic is about bitch. But, dog, one day with him, you'll be like, bro, what the fuck? And it all stems down to he grew up with his mother and father.
Yeah.
That's what it is, bro. Like, we don't think about how childhood things really affected us to who we are today. Like, I ain't never see Romeo and Juliet growing up. Yeah. Like, never. So, like, I'm not even used to that. Like, a girl wanting to be affectionate with me, I'm kind of like, hey, shawty, chill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why you on my dick, man? Yeah, like, goddamn, why you want to hold my hand and shit? Like, you wild, shawty. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only time I ever seen love was how my mama treated me. And it's weird, because, like, now, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm man enough to admit, like, I like women that's like my mama because that's the only person I ever really loved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it's not even no weird shit. It's just on some Floyd shit. Like, nigga, that's the person that loved me. That's the person that showed me affection growing up. So it's like, I want a woman like her because that's all I fucking know. Yeah. And that makes 100% sense. Yeah, she's not really like the super affectionate type person. She used to be until I start being different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, dog. Some people just grow up in healthy households, and that's all they seen, and that's what they want, and that's fine. Some of us don't though, and people just need to understand the difference. Cause I didn't grow up seeing all that lovey-dovey shit.
That's the thing, is like, one difference in my, but I understand what you're saying because I'm kind of like that too. I grew up with a step parent, so it's like,
me also.
I saw them being affectionate, but I wasn't approving of that shit because, like, deep down, that's my dad always. But I always had this like little feeling in the background, like, get your hands off my motherfucking mama, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you always had that shit. It's weird. It's weird. Carter treats me like that. I'm like, nigga, I don't know if you just love your mama so much, you just goddamn so protective of her. Or
nah,
what.
That's the Floyd shit. He just young right now. He gon' clean the daddy later.
Yeah, I already know I'm gonna take him under my wing. Cause the thing is, bro, I think I'm gonna be the coolest daddy ever, bro. I'm gonna be the most laid back, chill dad. Like, I'm probably one of the best parents.
I gotta ask you a question then, cause I care about this. I want to know if you care about this.
What's up?
Do you, like, okay, you said you woke up this morning and ran like 3 miles, right? Or 2 miles, something like that. Do you want to be the dad that drops Cart off at school and his little girlfriends be like, your daddy's so fine?
Hell no.
Oh, I care about that.
You like that type shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh. Honestly, I don't even like when little kids look at me any kind of way like that. That's weird to me.
Nah, see, it ain't even like that though, bruh. It's just like you want to be the fine daddy.
You do.
Like you remember when you was young, the girls that used to be like, "Oh,
yeah.
that nigga daddy fine."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that type of shit.
Because Tina's daddy looked like DMX.
Yeah.
So when he would come and get me from school, they'll be like, "Oh, this nigga daddy fine." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was ugly as hell, but he just looked like DMX, and DMX was hot, nigga. Yeah. That nigga had just put out 2 albums in a year, then dropped the Great Depression when we was going through the Depression. Yeah. DMX was just hot.
Shit crazy. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I want to be the nigga with the salt and pepper hair and beard. And I want to be a mountain man, bro. That's my destiny.
You out with this mountain shit.
That's what I want. I want to live off the side of a fucking lake by a mountain somewhere. I want nature. I don't want none of this shit. I want to be disconnected from all of this.
So where your kid gonna go to school at? You don't want him to be around people?
No, this is the thing. I've always planned to live in a town similar to the size of Augusta, maybe 300-some thousand people. But I want to live outside of that. So we're in Augusta, probably Appling or something. Like I have me a nice house with some land, and I drive in town to take my son to school, to a nice school where he can, and then I have a city near me somewhere. Like,
and you willing to drive him every day in town to go to school?
Yeah. Seeing that my life is that convenient at that time, yes.
I'm here to tell you, my little brother blew the motor in the car that I gave him a while ago, and I had to drive him to work and pick him up every day for months. That was not the move.
Why you said that?
Nigga, waking up every day, like days I be hungover, I just had a good night, and I got to take this nigga to work. Then days where I've been working all day, I got to go pick this nigga up.
But you don't never have a natural inclination to want to just get back out in nature and see and do. And nigga, you be fucking taking pictures of birds and shit. I know you do.
Yeah, I fuck with outdoors real hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm an outdoors type nigga. But as far as like live outdoors, no,
I'm not saying live, but I'm saying if you could take, all right, let's just say you live in fucking Augusta, right? Mm-hmm. But you have, a nice little 5-bedroom house out in Lincolnton sitting on, 50 acres. And you can drive, you can commute, you know what I'm saying, back and forth. And I feel like that, to be out in nature, be around lakes and fish and animals and being around nature and being disconnected from just everything that's going on in town. That's all I want. I want to be away from that. And then when I want to engage in it, I go engage in it.
But then I had to ask, like, where you got that from? Like, what is it about society that you want to disconnect from?
I feel like it's poisonous. I really do. Like, I feel like our overconsumption of media is what's like me, I'm really susceptible to media. I'm highly susceptible to media. Some people aren't. Some people watch some shit and they're like,
I think this is one of them things where you just know yourself. So you know like your flaws and you just want to correct them and get the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of them niggas that just don't give a fuck. Yeah, bro, you a social media junkie.
I am. Admittedly. I don't care. That's what, but the thing is, I got the wherewithal to know that I'm addicted, bro. That's a good thing about me. I know my addictions.
Yeah. Most people don't know. That wake up every day, scroll social media. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm like that too, but I always give myself 1 hour, bro. Like, I gotta at least read first. Read some positive shit. Get my day in order. Then I start scrolling through social media like a fucking fiend. After that. But most people, straight social media. If you have a conversation with them, like you always say, they talking memes. They talking memes.
Bruh, that
everything they do is
gross as shit to me.
Bruh, they be like, oh, You ain't see that new fight video online? Like, nigga, no, I ain't watching no fucking fight video, nigga. Why the fuck would I watch a fight video, bro?
Niggas speaking memes. Niggas thinking memes.
Yes, bro.
It's like, dog, where's your mind? Where is your mind head?
Bro, most people is like, so Fat Cam would be like the severe case.
He dialed in.
He dialed in.
For real.
That nigga's an idiot.
That bitch a brilliant idiot.
Bruh, no, he's an idiot.
Full-fledged.
Yeah. And he think he's so fucking
that
smart.
That bitch flagging.
Bruh, he think he's so smart, bruh. And he is a boy. That nigga, he can't talk about nothing that ain't on social media, nigga. Bro, I forgot the conversation he tried to have with me. One day we went to the gym. We got into this big-ass argument. It was a simple-ass conversation that he just did not get, bro. I think it was on like some kind of black issues type shit. And I was like, oh, you really just don't know this? And he just was going in like, no, nigga, you wrong. I forgot what it was, bro. It wasn't even no hot take, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, buddy just really don't get shit, bro. And I was telling him, I was like, hey, bro, I gave that nigga like 3 books to read. I was like, hey, you need to read this, this, and that. And he was like, nigga, that's your problem. You think reading makes you more intelligent. I was like,
statistically
speaking.
I
was like, actually, it does.
Yes.
And he was like, no, nigga, you can't you can't get nothing out of them books that I ain't got from experience. I was like, nigga, your experiences ain't that good.
Nigga.
We got the same experiences. Your mama is from South Augusta. Your daddy is from
The only experience he would have is that he did get booted overseas. That's about it. That's the only experience I can give him.
6 months? Man.
He did a little tour. That bitch would drive around the desert. That bitch would drive around the desert.
I get it.
That's the only.
I'm never taking that away, man. Shout out to the troops, man.
Yeah,
I'm never taking.
For real.
I'm never taking that away from nobody.
Cause one thing I will tell niggas is I'm Team America 100%.
Yeah,
nigga, I'm riding.
Straight up,
I'm riding. This my gang for real.
Trump 2020.
Yeah, man.
Hey, shout out to Trent, bro. Trent just sold me the car I got from my brother, bro. Trent been going in on the internet talking about Trump 2020.
For real?
And he a goddamn nigga with long dreads.
Mm-hmm.
He been going in.
I'm going to be honest, though. A lot of niggas is starting to wake up to the to the failures.
Yes.
Like, niggas is like, they're not die-hard Democrats anymore. Like, niggas starting to wake up saying, like, oh, these niggas, they don't fuck with us either.
But you know what, like, kind of scares me about, like, other niggas like Trent?
What?
Because I used to really be like that, and now I'm still like that, but I'm kind of like a little like, I'm not gonna say to the left because I don't mean left and right, like, but you know, I'm kind of like center, a lot center.
What y'all got to realize about being black is like we're 100% for black people.
Yeah, facts.
Because at the end of the day, we realize the game. So politics is just some fun shit. Just some flugazy bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I be trying to get niggas like Dev to realize, like, yeah, there's some flugazy bullshit, fun shit, but I'm not going to be no diehard Democrat. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that's wild.
No.
But, bro, like, somebody like Trent, we go after the policies that affect our pockets the most.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, when you really sit down and you evaluate that, and it's funny because my big brother, I used to always think he was a fucking idiot. This nigga been a fucking Republican since I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense because it's like you go after the policies that affect your pocket the most. Yeah. But at the same time, you also got to look out for the people. Mm-hmm. So that's what keep you centered.
There's a certain level where you'll hit, like, where you just billionaire status where, you know, you could be a Democrat and it's not going to hurt you that much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's all kind of loopholes and shit you can use to fucking avoid losing all your wealth. But fucking nigga, like my dad and my mom, they could say at the end of the day, "Oh, I fuck with Hillary," or something like that. But at the end of the day, they like Republican policy when it comes to economics. Come on, they like Republicans.
Facts. They probably not gonna say it out loud neither, but the way they speak and the way they talk about things is gonna be a Republican policy.
The only thing that's stopping Republicans from gaining black people is the fact that there's a large amount of racist people in the Republican Party.
Facts.
Most black people, are Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Most are fiscally conservative. They want to save money. They want to learn how to get rich. They want to fucking make tax cuts that help people in their tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna say most people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of black people on the welfare side of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
That helps the other side of that. But most black people would rather. They're more attracted to the Republican side of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes more sense as a black person to be a Republican than it does a Democrat. I'm not even either one. I don't participate. Like, me and Slim tell people all the time, we don't participate in that shit either way. Because
Dead slapping the center.
Yeah.
Because it's like I said, as far as policies go, I'd be like, the Republicans sound pretty good.
Yeah.
But as far as like thinking about people,
Yeah.
it's like the left definitely sounds good also.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, bro, I always tell this story. It was one day I got hit real bad on a dice game. You know I'm a fucking gambler. Yeah. I got hit bad. I was sad as fuck. I ain't had shit in my pocket but $20. And I was walking downtown looking stupid. I was like, bro, I'm about to go into this bitch. I can't afford shit but a fucking double shot of hen straight and one Corona. And I'm going to just leave. And this homeless nigga came up to me and was cracking these jokes and I was fucking laughing. And he was like, bro, you ain't got no change? I said, bro, I ain't got nothing but $20. And I just pulled that shit out and just gave it to him.
For real?
Yeah, I'm like, shit. Nigga, I just fucking lost goddamn $1,200. I might as well get this nigga $20. I just blew goddamn $1,200 doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I might as well get that shit to him. That shit head ass. But see, that's just my mentality though. And like I tell my little brothers all the time, I used to think just like them when I was young. But when you get older and you see how cutthroat this fucking world is, you can't always be like that. So me, I'm the type person like I'm gonna help you like when I can and when it's necessary.
Yeah.
But I am Mr. Give money to the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I give money to crackheads too though. I know most niggas don't believe in that shit.
That's another
I don't
thing.
give a fuck.
That's another thing growing up in the black experience. I think black people are some of the most relatable people you'll ever meet. Yeah. You can relate. I don't care what community besides the black community you come from, you can relate to a black person in some way. And whether you're Asian, Jewish, fucking rich, poor, nigga, there's a lot of relatability in our culture. Like, and I say our culture, and you know, I'm on this new wave of not even believing in that. Like, I'm on this whole new forward, taking everybody as an individual, but I know what it means to be black, and I feel like our relatability and why people cling to us and gravitate towards us so much is our relatability, dog. Like,
it's funny though, the people listening gonna be like, yeah, they already gonna think like Slim and Big King got another good podcast, but they don't know like me and this nigga Big King got them beef so hard, bro.
Oh, bro, do we?
We've been on the same page for this 2 hours, but we beef so fucking hard.
So hard.
Like you was just talking about culture. Like you'll text me some random head ass stupid shit. And I'll be like, nigga, that's my culture. And you'll be like, nigga, what culture? That shit'll piss me off so bad. I'll be like, nigga, I'll be sending them crazy ass texts. I'll be like, nigga, my fucking culture, nigga. That's what, nigga.
That's the thing is you've been prepackaged and sold this culture, but it's like, is it even something that is you? Or is it even something that belongs to your people? Is it something that you want to be a part of? Is it something you want to change? Is it something you want to improve? Because the thing is, there's this idea of black and white culture that have remained stagnant.
Yeah.
And
see, shit like that I can't get mad at.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Because it's like, I would rather not take part in that anymore.
See, I told you though, like, growing up, I ain't listening to nothing but rap, 90s R&B. That's just what was in the forefront for me. Yeah, that's what it was. So, of course, growing up, I thought that's what being black was. I thought that was black culture. Nelly comes out with a fucking do-rag with a hat and a fucking Band-Aid. I never put a Band-Aid on my face. I just want to say that. Make that clear. Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you feel like that's what being black is. Yeah. But you don't really know no better. It's kind of just the society you're in and the people you're around, just your environment. But as you grow older, you realize, like, there was also black kids that were skateboarding that I thought was weirdos.
Exactly.
They were black, too. They just didn't do what I did.
Yep.
I thought their shoes was cool. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I always thought Vans was cool. Not Vans like them shits that Damo and them like. I don't like them
Old
shits. Them
school
shits
Vans.
ugly. Yeah, the
Old school
skateboarding
Vans,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
Like, I used to wear Jinko.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. And Flamehead. I thought Flamehead was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That also can be black. It's just, dog. Being black has this weird ass stigmatism that isn't true, bro. It's just it's this false ass sense of reality. It's like you see a nigga, the comparison you just did, and that was an amazing comparison to my Gunplay and Obama. Yeah. You see a nigga that look like Gunplay. Gunplay is definitely a black man, but it's like that's not. You used to always crack that joke like my Jesus look like Gunplay
for real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my Jesus, nigga.
Yeah, but it's
for
like
real.
It's like being black is literally
it's everything, nigga.
Yeah, it's
literally everything.
It's owning who you are and where you come from and being strong enough to move forward because there's no other people as strong as black people.
And the biggest thing about blackness is knowing your history and knowing the thing is you could listen to punk rock as long as you know Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, you know Booker T. Washington, you know Frederick Douglass, you know where you come from, you know Miles Davis, you know Tupac, you know Biggie. As long as you know where you come from, you're okay with me.
And it's not even about liking rap music. Like, as long as you know those people.
Yeah, as long as you know your biggest contributors to who you are and what made you and what made your people, that is what makes black culture to me. Because a lot of people nowadays, they just think Migos culture. Oh, the culture. We do it for the culture. If that's the culture, then white people in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
If that's the culture, I don't want to be a part of that
exactly.
shit
Because it's packaged.
Bro, I just told you this morning.
It's prepackaged, sold, and bought. That's not mine. I don't subscribe to that.
I just told you this morning too, like, I ain't gonna lie, you beef with me hard as fuck.
I do.
But I be looking at shit you be doing and I be like, this nigga be calling me immature and all this shit, but that shit lame.
I know.
Like, y'all niggas just sat and watched Uzi fucking go sneaker shopping.
That shit was cool as fuck too. That nigga had
that shit was lame as fuck.
That bitch had a bust down rollies on. That bitch had the goddamn.
And I was looking at y'all niggas. Y'all niggas was glued to the fucking like TV.
10 racks on shoes. That shit was kind of cool.
See what I'm saying? And I don't get off on that. I'm looking at y'all like, nigga, this is the most ignorant shit I've seen all week.
Yeah.
And y'all get off on that shit.
I like it.
Why though? Why?
Bruh, I don't know. Because like at the same time I say I don't subscribe to black culture, I like to see niggas with brown skin flossing and winning. I like it. I love it.
Bruh, I like jewelry, bruh. I like jewelry a lot. But some of that shit just get kind of head.
It's childish. It's childish.
Yeah.
But that's like, to me, that's some wavy shit. That's what, like, nigga just walk in the store and spend 10 racks on fucking tennis shoes and shit. Like,
but you know, that's why I be on you about you being contradicting.
Oh yeah, I definitely. I'm the walking human contradiction.
Yeah,
I know.
As long as you own up to that shit, we fine.
I know.
Like, you saying that, like, a nigga walk in, spend 10 bands, and then I go fucking buy a car and put 315s in that bitch, and you be like, this earning that nigga with them wild ass system. See
that
what I'm
shit
saying?
Got a nigga ears
That's
bleeding
ignorant,
and shit.
but a nigga wearing 2 watches at the same time ain't ignorant.
That shit, and they iced out fucking diamonds on the fucking face of that motherfucker. Come on.
But I go put some speakers in the car, and I'm ignorant.
Nigga, your shit, all right, your shit be over the top. It's a level of class to it.
Wearing 2 watches is fucking disgusting. Putting diamonds in watches.
So them 2 got
it's stupid.
Them 2 rollies he had on went fire as fuck.
Bro, all I seen was diamonds. I didn't even understand the point of having it in the watch.
All I seen was diamonds, nigga. That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say.
That doesn't fascinate me.
That shit so gangster. Nigga, all I seen was diamonds, nigga.
I would definitely take a presidential Daytona over that shit.
I do like it. It got
Alomar?
It's nice.
Alomar? I'll take that bitch over goddamn a bust down.
It's nice and quaint. That's the word, quaint. It's nice and simple. I like it.
That shit was not simple.
No, I'm talking about the Rolly Daytonas.
Oh yeah, Daytona.
They're nice, I like them. Like it's just a nice gold plain rollie.
Yeah.
It's something simple and beautiful about it. That shit just over the top, like ignorant, but I like it at the same time.
My mama got me a Rolex before a Submariner, and I was just so fucking happy. And I broke that bitch fighting Damo.
You had ass.
I was sad. But anyway, though, y'all niggas really ignorant, bro. And y'all call me the ignorant one.
Bruh, you ignorant as fuck.
I'm not
ignorant as fuck. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I just want. Here's the thing. I'm trying to make this turn in my life where I'm not just for black people. I'm not just for people like me. I'm for people. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Because that's the turn I'm trying to make in life. Because at the end of the day, this going back and forth with race and shit, it just never works. It never works. It's always put us at odds with each other. And there are going to be a lot of problems in my son's generation where they're really going to have to do some critical thinking and fix it. They don't have time to worry about race. They don't have time to worry about class and sex.
I felt like you gave me that shit when we was talking yesterday, and I was like, what you're saying is selfish, and I get it because I feel like I'm selfish too. But you have to think about things for your son's generation, even beyond like you always say, we only gonna be here 20 to 40 years. So, but it's funny because you be like, this nigga Slim immature as fuck. But as soon as I start talking about kids and shit, you be like, here this nigga go.
Nigga. Because, nigga, I choose what I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. So when I bring it up, it's like, nah, nigga. Like the gun box shit.
What?
Nigga, you literally a walking contradiction.
I know.
Nigga said...
I've never denied that. Everybody tells me that.
Nigga went to the gun store and brought a gun and was like, yeah, nigga, I got the gun. And I said, shit, you got a gun box? And you was like, a gun box? Nigga, hell no, nigga, for what? And I was like, nigga, you have a son. You got to have a gun box. And you was like, nigga, fuck no. You ain't got to do that. I said, okay. Then the nigga started talking about, yeah, I got a gun box.
You already know. Caught that motherfucker real quick.
Hey, how you beef with me about goddamn a gun box and they go buy a gun box the next week?
Nigga just do a little... Bruh, it don't even take long, hard thinking for my ass, nigga. My mind changed like this.
So...
I be like, you know what, that nigga... You know what? I need a gun box. I'm gonna go get a gun box.
So when did it change? Was it like the same day?
Just my son understanding what guns were and shit. Like, and when he seen it, he knew what a gun was. And I was like, it's time to go get a gun box. Fuck that. I'm not letting this nigga blow his chest out. And I'm in the bed crying. Ah!
Be like Lil Wayne and shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not letting that happen. So I get a gun box, get a key, you know, goddamn thug it like that.
But I'm the immature one though.
The only thing I gotta say though, here's the thing. Big King, you don't need to change your mind as much as I changed my mind. But always be willing to allow information to cross your mind and to think about things. Because I've been diehard on a lot of fucking subjects, like back in the day. And I just started realizing, nigga, you're dumb. Why are you willing to die and argue and fight over certain situations that you don't even know if they're fact or fiction? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm with you because one thing I know that's stupid that I really believe in is pride. That shit is so fucking stupid.
And you'll die for it.
Yeah. That shit is dumb as fuck. I won't let no nigga call me no bitch. I won't let no white person call me no nigga.
Yeah.
And I'll literally die for shit like that. And it's like, nigga, for what?
Yeah. And there was a certain time in my life, like, I was like, no, I ain't never gonna let no nigga disrespect me, nigga. Like, you know, I was going ham, like,
I'm still like that.
Yeah. And it's like, at the end of the day, fuck them. They gonna, like, you know, ignorant people gonna do what they want to do anyways.
But it's like...
Say what they want to do. They want to just drag you. And like I told you earlier, you're a reflection of the people around you.
But
you're
like,
a reflection of the world.
At what point do you go from being the person that's like, hey, I'm not willing to die for this type shit, to being like Damo? Because Damo will let anybody do anything to him.
There's a level of zen that Damo has, though.
No,
There is.
bruh. I ain't gonna lie. You got away with words.
What you mean?
You got away with words.
Why
How
you
you
say
explain shit? You say there's a level of zen with Damo. No.
There is. I'm telling you.
The Energizer Bunny lives in that
I'm
brain.
telling you. Damo. I'm telling you. Damo has. He has a key to some information that we're missing. I'm telling you.
You're giving that nigga too much credit.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you. You don't give enough credit.
No. I've always been a nigga to say, I wish I was like Damo. Nigga, I told my mother that before.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I wish I was like that. Like, I'm literally the nigga that's like, oh no, I'm not about to go in here making all this noise trying to get one bitch number. That shit dead. Damo go in there making all that noise and get that bitch number that I wanted. Mm-hmm. Like, I've just broke it down in his terms.
Yeah.
But like, for instance, like, okay, let me say something from my world. I actually care what people think.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not to the point where like I super care what people think because I'm still gonna live my life and shit and do the shit that I want to do. But it's like everybody cares what people think. Yeah. That nigga don't give a fuck, nigga.
Exactly.
He don't give two fucks.
Do you know what kind of level is in you gotta have to think like that though?
But where does it get you?
There's a level of freedom.
Where does it get you though?
It gets you a lot if you channel it the right way. See, there's a level of freedom of not being afraid to approach anyone and to talk to anyone and to engage with anyone. That brings you a certain level of freedom that I would never attain because I'm scared to talk to everybody. I'm like, the first thing that comes to my head is how are they going to judge me or what are they going to think? That never enters his head. Mostly because he's retarded. But he has a level of zen with him too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a level of freedom that you can learn and gain from everybody.
Oh, no, you definitely can learn a lot from Damo.
That's what I'm saying. The way he approaches women, the way he approaches life, if I had ever reached the lows that he had ever reached, I'd probably blow my brains out. But he learns to bounce back every time from it. You know what I'm saying? And jug man be jugging. Every time. Resilient. That's what I like about him. Because I got a lot of friends who aren't. Damo is probably one of the worst people I've ever known. But they don't have his resilience.
He's not the worst I know.
He's one of the worst I've ever known.
Okay.
But, like, let's just say, like, a few other people I know, if they ever hit his level of living, they would never survive it.
Bruh, so
that's respectable to me. I like that about it.
So in closing, did you watch the podcast me and Damo did?
Yeah, that shit was good. I liked it.
For real? Because remember I told you I would never do no podcast with Damo? Remember I told you that before?
I used to get mad because I like doing podcasts with Damo.
I know, and I just didn't understand how you had. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. So, damn, I'm glad we hit on this topic because I've been wanting to tell you this shit. Do you know why I did that podcast with Damo?
Why is that?
I've been thinking about doing podcasts with Damo because I talk about him so much on the podcast, and now that my podcast is like, you know, kind of popular, and people know Damo from my podcast, I feel like I'm obligated to put him on the podcast. You used to be like, bro, you just have to have a certain of patience to be on a podcast with Damo. And I know my patience is better than yours. So I was like,
way better.
I was like, if Big King can do a podcast with Damo and I can't, I'm losing. And I know that goes back to this nigga Slim act like Michael Jordan. He think everything a competition. I do, nigga. I do. I was like, nah, Big King can do podcasts with Damo. Let me goddamn do this shit.
Doing a podcast with Damo is like taking a psychedelic. It's like you have to let it do what it does.
Yeah.
If you fight it, it's gonna end up the worst trip of your life. But if you enjoy it, it'll probably be the best podcast you do. And you'll have fun, you'll laugh.
See, you talking my lingo. People don't fuck with drugs like how we fuck with drugs.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's like doing a hallucinogen. It's like doing mushrooms or acid. It's like if you fight it and fight it and fight it, you'll have the worst night of your life. But if you let it do what it does and you just take the journey, it'll be the best time you ever have.
Bro, people really like that podcast with Damo.
Yeah, I liked it
people,
too.
People I never thought would listen to my podcast been hitting me.
And
up
guess
like,
what you did? You learned how to just enjoy Damo. Because most of the time, hey, shut your dumb ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He say some dumb shit, and then next thing you know, you're reacting. This time, you just let the waves come, and you just rode the wave. That's all it was.
But you know, I battle with shit because I'm a very aggressive person.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to, if I do something like that with Damo, I have to channel Young Slim or Pooh. My mama called me Pooh.
Yeah.
So I gotta be Pooh. Like I gotta sit down and goddamn just when he say some crazy shit, just be like, that was funny, Damo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Just enjoy it for what it is. Yeah.
Just take the shit how I go. Because me, I ain't really with that dumb shit.
Yeah.
You already know.
All the ignorant, dumb. You know how we are.
Yeah.
But the thing I've realized
that
about
shit be dead.
people like us who are just made like steel, just rigid and strong in some ways, you got to learn to be more like bamboo. You got to be strong, but also be flexible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Thanks.
it's like, that's just one of the things I've picked up over time. Is like, I could be this solid brick wall, or I could learn to like, just figure out what's up with all these people around me and why they are the way they are. Try like learning more about the people around me, the environment around me, the world around me. That's how I want to be.
Damo is the ultimate test, though.
Yeah.
Like I told you, it's pets that I can deal with better than Damo. Mm-hmm. Nigga, your son is easy breezy compared to Damo.
And see, that nigga be testing me, dog.
See what I'm saying? And your son is like, but see, also like I can't use him as an example because I tell people all the time, like, with your son, I know I'm only here for 2 days. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I know I ain't got to deal with it on Friday. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I'm going to have patience for it.
Yeah.
Of course I am. But somebody like Damo, bro, I don't care, dog. I could be around your son longer than Damo. I know I can. Because at the end of the day, like, I could get in shape. I can take your son outside. And I can just play with him every day. Mm-hmm. And he'll go to sleep when we get home.
Yeah.
That nigga Damo gonna drink until goddamn the sun come up, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know goddamn.
That nigga want to party.
What?
Bullshit.
Then he gonna look at me and be like, boy, you on that dumbass podcast to the cat? he be cross-eyed too. Nah, he ain't like that for real. I ain't gonna lie. When I be goddamn handling business, I fuck with Damo, dog. Damo know to leave me the fuck alone and just get the fuck out the spot. So I fuck with him for that.
The only problem I've ever had is the false sense of who he thinks he is that he had to build up over time over whichever bitch hurt his soul, and he's built himself into this like bulletproof player ass nigga.
That's too deep for rap though.
It is, but
he's not
like,
ready for that.
He not ready to talk about it. But you don't have to keep that persona when you're around your closest and dearest friends. You're really your brothers. Really your brothers, cause like I'm here for all my niggas. Like we brothers. Like
trust me, he get drunk and he know what time it is.
Yeah,
like he say it out loud.
Yeah, like we deeply love each other, bro. Like
you should call your brother and tell him like I love you, bro. I miss you.
Like I be saying, bro, it's like I've been feeling a lot lately. Like life is about being around the people you love. Like it's genuinely about being around the people you love. And making those that you love around you happy, all while accomplishing your success and your dreams of life. But the funnest part about that is seeing, like, the smile of one of your closest brothers or friends and, like, having the funnest times together and, like, sharing moments, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the greatest thing about it. It's like, you never know how much you miss your niggas until you ain't seen them in a long-ass time. It's been a minute since I seen y'all niggas. You never know how much fun you have until you get around each other, and it's just like fucking the Bulls, bro. Like it just feels like everything's flowing. The conversation just always flows. It's never awkward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. Damo kind of offended me the other day though. Like we was all at the crib kicking it, and I was about to record a podcast with some people, and the nigga was like, he just, man, you know, Damo just free flow, just free flow talking and thinking, and he was like, yeah, he was like, Quay, I'm just shocked. This nigga Slim still the same nigga.
What does that mean?
Nigga, he said basically like, he was like, nigga, I knew the podcast was getting bigger, but when I came to Augusta, that shit was way bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah.
And goddamn, he was like, I'm shocked this nigga still the same nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, nigga, who else I'm fucking supposed to be?
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, I'm just saying, bro, you know, you be getting in your bag. I'm like, bro, I'm only going to be one person, bro. One fucking person. Who else I'm supposed to be?
That's the thing. You're always going to reach a new level. That's one thing I've noticed about you. You keep the same circle. You always reach a new level, but you always keep the same circle.
Hell yeah. I went to college. I still had the same friends.
Yeah. And even though you might move different or whatever it may be, you're always going to keep the same circle because you know the type niggas that's been there for you and that's going to be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
get me wrong. It's gonna be new friends.
Yeah, always.
For real. Me, Maine, and Wayne was just talking about that. I told you, Wayne stay out here. I ain't even know that, but he stay out here. And I was telling them, I was like, you know, bruh, that day one shit is a myth, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
You can have new friends. Like, nigga, Maine is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely my friend. I tell people that shit all the time. Like, all that goddamn, oh, that's a new nigga or some shit like that. No, that's my friend, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, I fuck with that nigga.
Yeah. And I could tell that that relationship is genuine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell.
Because
some shit.
You don't really come around people like that every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like how we met. Like, bro, this nigga been podcasting forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a nigga that just randomly popped up. I'm new.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even really have all my shit together. Even though me and him just had this conversation on the last podcast we did on Friday. And he was like, nigga, I was looking at this nigga like, damn, this nigga had an ass of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't really, nigga, I ain't know how to work none of that. Nigga, I ain't even know what the fuck that was right there.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even know, nigga, Damo was working that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know nothing about that shit. So, goddamn, I'm thinking like, damn, this nigga really fuck with me. And I really ain't doing shit. Mm-hmm. But he thinking like, oh, this nigga probably gonna go.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga doing some shit. He really just seen this shit before I could see it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because from both of y'all's growth, I can tell y'all, you know, steel sharpens steel. I can tell both of y'all being around each other, y'all gain from each other.
Yeah, that's
you know
the crazy thing. Because, like, everybody else seeing it too, at first, it's funny because that nigga Damo said the funniest shit one day. That nigga was like, I ain't gonna lie, main video's better than yours.
Main videos nigga got sharp. That was one of the reasons I was like, main videos nigga got his content.
But you know what was funny about Damo saying that?
What?
I record all main videos.
Oh, that is? I ain't know that. But that shit, that's probably why.
People don't know that shit.
Yeah, that shit nigga that
Bruh,
quality nigga got
I record
sharp.
all his videos.
Yeah.
And so when Damo said that shit, I was just like, a word?
But that's
okay.
good though.
Yeah.
Because
Bruh,
like I
ain't
told
nothing
you
wrong with that.
yesterday, I can tell your structure and got clean.
Yeah.
And one thing I know about main structure is it's always clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's always
Oh yeah,
clean.
because we got different styles, bro. Like I tell people all the time. I use this example. I said Maine could be Angie Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why he can't be Angie Martinez is, I don't know if I should say this on here. I'm gonna say it anyway. He doesn't really like niggas like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like Angie had a personal relationship with Hove that nobody ever have in media.
Yeah.
Maine don't really fuck with these niggas.
But
And
Maine,
I do fuck with these niggas.
The thing that gives him that mystique factor is I like that unapproachability. That is that Jay-Z factor. Like if I ever even seen Hove in person, I probably wouldn't say nothing.
But bro, you know what's crazy about that? I wanted that when it came to photography. Like I wanted to have this cool ass name that nobody knew and nobody knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
But people say this all the time, and I never was able to put this in words. My personality is fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
I could never hide behind a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I'm always in front of cameras.
Yeah.
I can't hide behind the camera. So I just had to do shots with Slim.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just got to.
Yeah.
Because it's like, most of the time people want to work with you because who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just do the mystique and be like, yeah, my name is John Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just don't go like that.
But that's one of the things. Like, y'all bring different aspects to the table. That's what I like. Because whereas you are, if I was a young rapper, you know, young dumbass, the fuck nigga, and I want to come on your podcast, you might let me.
Yeah.
Maine ain't going for that shit at all. You know what I'm saying?
I fought with the little young niggas.
Yeah,
bro.
that's like, you know how Adam, we see Adam 22 now. He was the
Maine
first nigga.
hates Adam 22.
I hate Adam 22 also.
I love Adam 22.
But I watch Adam 22.
I love that nigga.
See, but the thing is, I see where he found an avenue where nobody else was tapping into talent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I seen. I was like, damn, he's smart. And there's always some white boy with that shit. They always see, goddamn, there's an ass of talent out here. You got XXXTentacion, Lil Pump, fucking Lil Uzi, fucking all these niggas that you can just, there's a whole wave of music coming right now. And everybody else is like, that's mumble rap. Leave that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, nah, come on my shit. And he got one of the biggest podcasts out right now. Off of that. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with that type shit.
I do. I do too. I like that. But I also respect the Beats radios and the, you know, when the niggas be having Will Smith on their shit. Who them niggas?
Title. You talking about Elliot Wilson?
Yeah.
And D-Dot.
It's like super
Shout out to them.
produced, super well produced, super structured, super. It just feels professional. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole other side of the spectrum. And then
I kind of don't like that clean shit though. Like that's what I like about Rogan. I like
it,
how raw it is, nigga.
I like that. I feel like that's main lane right there though.
Oh yeah.
Just
for
clean,
sure. That's why I say
his
shit is Angie Martinez. Like if you ever watching the Angie Martinez interview, you can tell like it's 15, 20 minutes because it's straight to the point. Because that's what they came there to do.
Yeah.
Me, I'm more so like Rogan. You know what I'm saying?
Off road.
Yeah.
Let's just have fun.
You gonna get something, and me and Wayne was just talking about this on Friday. You gonna get something out of somebody that you know that you never even fucking knew watching my podcast. Because I'ma have those conversations like, bro, me, Maine, and Wayne was talking about being creatives and how our mothers accepted it. You're not gonna fucking hear that shit nowhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna hear no brothers being vulnerable nowhere but on my podcast. Cause I'ma go there because I know how it is.
Yeah.
And I don't mind being vulnerable. I mean, I don't give a fuck, nigga, because I ain't no gangster.
Yeah,
I'm a young nigga from the suburbs.
Here,
and y'all niggas protesting better not go to Evans, Georgia.
For real, bro. We trying to keep these streets clean and safe.
What? Y'all can protest all y'all want. Don't come to Evans, Georgia.
Take that bullshit somewhere else.
Yeah, we not with the shits. But yeah, bro, let's get some food in this belly, smoke a stogie, some drinks, get the hell up out of here. Good ass podcast with Big King, bro. Yes. I appreciate it, bro. You always give me a good podcast. I need some good content.
R.I.P. George Floyd. R.I.P. My dig Ahmaud Arbery. Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
R.I.P. all these guys. You know, we out here. Black people still pushing for the cause, man. You know, equality out here. We gonna get it. I ain't saying by any means necessary now, but we gonna get it.
Yeah, y'all talking about Malcolm X over Martin Luther. Y'all wild too.
Yeah,
but that's for another day. Another episode. Sitting down with Slim, man. We out.
All right.